Welcome to my closet, guys. You might be wondering what we're doing here. I wanted to start off by sharing a little story. It's really sad. So our first week in Texas, we woke up to some ambulances outside, and we went to check it out, and there was a man that was laying on the ground. I thought it was a bicycle accident, but it was not. We found out later in the news that somebody had jumped from the 15th floor of our building and had committed suicide. It put us in a weird headspace for a while. I guess it just reminded me how important it is to talk about mental health, especially in a time like quarantine. I personally don't suffer from depression, but I have lots of friends and family that do. I recently learned that LGBTQ young adults are 5 times as likely to have reported an attempted suicide. 5 times. Recently on my Instagram, I asked everybody what they do during quarantine that keeps them mentally and emotionally healthy. And one of mine is cleaning. And my closet needs it really bad. That's what we're doing in here, is we're gonna clean the closet. But it gets better. We're gonna talk about all of your responses to my Instagram story about what you guys do during quarantine to keep yourselves mentally and emotionally happy. So let's get started. Since we recently moved here, there's been a crazy amount of stuff that's just accumulated, and it's all ended up in the closet. So we're going to be organizing this a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Kevin Maxwell said, "Board games are my sanity and my drug." Yes, board games, me too. That and flirting with incredibly unavailable guys. Dangerous. Seeb said, "I love drawing portraits." He's got a really awesome picture of Winston Churchill. A lot of people actually talked about meditation.
If you meditate and nobody sees a picture of it, did you really meditate? No, you did not.
Meditation is something I have never done before. I kind of want to get into it though. Another one of my biggest de-stressors and something that helps me emotionally a lot is working out. Go for a run or just get your endorphins going and you'll feel so much better. We got somebody that plays League of Legends. We have a lot of fun playing video games too. I can't do it for too long, otherwise I feel like it has the opposite effect on my mind. I start getting sadder if I play too much. Jay said, "I do Indian classical dance called Kathak." Kathak? Ooh, I'm probably saying that wrong. It's designed to be a type of meditation, as you pay attention solely to the movement at that moment. Even though I don't have depression, I feel like there's definitely such thing as situational depression, and being cooped up in a house is also not good for you, and I've definitely had my sad days that have turned into sad weeks and things like that. So, yeah, good to do these things. Somebody said writing a history. That's cool. A lot of people talked about journaling, listening to gay anthems, and watching Trixie and Katya. This is a good one from Garrett Colling. I love Trixie and Katya. For my friends that are trying to avoid crass humor, don't watch Trixie and Katya. Listening to music and doing exercises. Listening to music was a huge thing for a lot of people, and that's true for me as well. Lately I've been on a kick of listening to the Discover Weekly on Spotify and the Release Radar to try to find new music. When I'm not listening to the same stuff. You have to watch out because I went through a phase where I really enjoyed sad music, but it started to affect me. Music really does have an effect on your mood. So, just be careful. Do you guys ever smell the butt of your pants to make sure they're clean? Everyone does that, right? This is something that Hayden made for me for Christmas. He only lets me hang it up in the closet. I like it. Thomas said, "I really like to go on walks or hikes at different parks around and outside the city." We really enjoy that too. I always feel better after a long exploring sesh. We just have too much stuff. Way too much stuff. Yoga in the morning and evening. Experimental baking, cooking, watching documentaries. Next project, attempt to make excellent fry sauce. Well, that sounds productive. Books. So many books. See, I wish I was a book person, but I do not read many books. The only books that I can really get into as an adult are self-improvement books. For some reason I love those, but I just can't get into fantasies. Melanie said TikTok. Holy smokes, the biggest mess in this closet is this blanket. Hayden always gets mad because I have so many blankets, and they're huge. Blankets are the best. They're worth the space. There's nothing better than cozying up in a warm blanket. I even do it in the summers in Texas. One of my friends from back home, Ditto, said sleeping aids. So I guess his tactic is just sleeping through quarantine. I don't know if I'd recommend that one. Roberto said gardening and carpentry. My friend Tyler from back home said meditation and visualization. I don't even know what visualization is. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. These are Hayden's 3 lightsabers that all cost him over $100. He's the most committed Star Wars fan I've ever met. Ashlyn, one of our friends here in Texas, said working out, going on walks, runs, and teletherapy. While these are all good things, if you stay sad and there aren't things that you can do to make yourself happy, what you really need to do is get professional help. And I've seen it work for so many people. And I've gone to a therapist before too. And for me, it helps put things into perspective of like what I shouldn't be worrying about that I was worrying about. Starting to sweat. It's also like 80 degrees in here. Let's see, this person said they watched their favorite YouTuber, which must be me, reading Wolf's Song of the Green Creek series. I guess it's an LGBTQ series. John says painting, perhaps even a walk. It's funny, I'll have to show you guys Hayden's side compared to my side because he loves bright colors. So he has like bright red shoes and then like turquoise, peach shoes, and then he's got just pretty wild colors. So I just had the thought of hanging backpacks on hangers for organizational purposes. I should write a book about cleaning. It's definitely not perfect. I mean, I did stack some junk right there, but everything else is pretty well organized. Better than a home makeover show. Am I right? Thank you guys so much for submitting those responses on Instagram. I'm also going to drop the suicide prevention line number, which is also a resource that's available to anyone. Thanks so much for being a part of this important discussion with me today, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye!